Welcome, guys. Welcome to another episode. Today, I want to talk about something fun, something that I love, that I have found for myself, and I hope you're going to have fun with it too. So, be open. This episode needs you to be very open and yeah, just dive into it. Just let yourself fall into magic, and yeah, I'm excited for it. So, the one thing that has truly changed my life forever is when I started connecting with my spirit team and with the divine. And I just want you to be open to this. We're not gonna dive into very intense practices or something. It's more about the art of noticing. And what the art of noticing did for me is that understand more quickly now when the divine is trying to tell me something, when there is something that I need to know in this very specific moment. And I want you to really go within yourself and ask yourself, there's something that happened the last year or whenever when you really thought something magical happened to you, where you knew what happened right now is nothing that could have come from a normal person or whatever. That must have been magic. And just really feel into that and open yourself up to the thought that there could be more to life than what we're experiencing, and that there's a whole pool of other beings that are with us all the time that we're not conscious of when we're just blindly going through the world. And for me, I started connecting with okay, let's pull back. So, the way that I have experienced spirituality in the past when I was 15, 16 was like, being into astrology and going into that stuff and blah, blah, like the typical spirituality you probably would think of. And then something happened 2 years ago where I went through a massive spiritual awakening. Like, a spiritual awakening that I did not choose myself, that my soul chose, and that just happened upon me because of a catalyst person. And that is truly when my life completely changed. And before that, I would say I did not really, I always believed in a higher power, I always believed in the universe. I grew up religious, so I did grow up with like believing in God and whatever, but I never really, for me, like the concept of a church, it did not really do anything to me. I honestly, I couldn't care less about the whole like religion stuff. And if you're into that, please stay with it. I'm so happy for everyone that finds their way and finds their religion and all that stuff. I'm just saying, for me, it never really resonated. But then I was in a very low point in my life, and really there was no other way for me than starting to truly believe in something higher, because I was at such a low point in my life. Then I think, if not, the hand of the divine or God or whatever you want to call it, like for me it's the divine and God, like the universe. I've stopped calling it the universe, but truly it doesn't matter, it's all the same thing for me, honestly. It's just the name for a higher power. So yeah, whatever. And to me, really, it changed a lot when I was at such a low point, where the divine came through to really help me and guide me out of that dark state. And that's like something that I've learned, is that darkness, excuse me, darkness always, you always need to experience some sort of way of darkness to really be able to step into a light. Like, it's always like polar opposites and stuff. Like, everything exists in opposites. And if you're someone who's able to go into a very dark place, you are also able to go in a very high state of light. And that's like just literally what it is. And so, how I have been starting to work with the divine or the universe, whatever you want to call it, is that I've been starting to ask for signs and then see what happens. So I think that's like kind of really how I have started. It's more like I asked, like, I was literally just laying in bed thinking about a topic and then not being sure if I should take the move, do something about it, if that's an alignment move for me, whatever. So I literally just asked, like, I literally just said it out loud, like, can you please send me a sign? And then, I mean, I know some people say like they say specific signs, like I'm not doing that. I'm not asking for a pink elephant or something like that. To me, I know that my guides know me well enough to like give me signs that are so accurate to me as a person that I'll just know. Once I see the sign, I'm just going to be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I get it." Um yeah, that's just basically it. And so that has just really been my journey with the divine, I would say, is like really just ask for signs and like ask for, or just simply try out things. Like try out saying, for example, like, hey God, can you please take the next step because I don't know what to do? Can you please take the next step for me and make it so obvious that I know, okay, this is the direction I need to go into? Or you could also say something like an, I don't know what they call it, I forgot how they call it, but you know, when you say, for example, like you're encountering with people and you don't know if they're your people or not, and if they're in your highest interest or not, you can even say something aloud like, hey, divine universe, can you please take away all the people around me that no longer serve me? Or say something along the lines of like, I'm ready to let go of everyone and anything that no longer serves me and is not for my highest good, and just see what happens. You just really, sometimes you just really need to show the universe, the divine, that you're ready to let something go, or that you have understood the lesson, or you just came to the realization of something. And once you say that, or you can just write it in your journal, that's really when the door opens. You don't need, I mean, if you're into rituals, if you like witchy ritual stuff, like I like that stuff too, but I'm not like obsessed with it. And I had a guide last year and she was guiding me with a lot of like witch ritual stuff. And I really liked it, to be honest, because she was right when she said that when you do a ritual, it's not so much about the things you put into the ritual. Like if you light a candle and you burn something and whatever, it's more for your brain to see that something happened and it can remember that it, you know, lit up a candle and burned a piece of paper. You can remember those things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's also why sometimes when you do a ritual, you need to leave it for like a day or two at the place where you did the ritual, just for you to see it. Because when you see it, your brain thinks, oh, yeah, I saw it, I did something physical, so of course it's happening. But you don't need the ritual part. In general, you would just, if you believe, then when you say a word that it's like a spell, then it works too. You don't need a candle, you don't need a ritual for it. You can literally just sit down, breathe, connect with consciousness, and then just simply say out loud what you want to release, what you want to attract. Just talk with your, like, just talk with your guides as if they're your friends. Like your guides are probably like, you know, if you have loved ones that passed away, probably some loved ones that passed away are part of your spirit team. Or there's sometimes, you know, gods that you have agreements with, or I mean, if you believe in multiple gods, you don't have to, but I do. Um, yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter what I believe in, but to me, it's like always like the highest source, which then would be God, and then all the other gods underneath it, like Greek gods and whatever. But that's just what I like, and to me, it's fun. Like like believing in it. It's fun to me. I love it. But if someone thinks like, oh, I don't like that, doesn't resonate with me, great. Like you don't have to believe in it. You can simply believe in then that there's a higher version of you, a future version of you that is guiding you. It doesn't matter. It literally just needs to work for you. That's like the most important thing. You can believe in luck. You can believe in luck. You can believe in the fact that luck exists and luck is on your side and that works for you, great. Like there's no rule. And that's, I think, what I love about spirituality and all that stuff, is because you can believe in whatever you want. And no one can tell you that that's wrong. Because there is no right or wrong. There's just what you believe in, and that's right. And that's it. And yeah, that's, I think, just why like the whole concept of church and whatever never really fitted with my belief, just because it's so like it's more like a box that you can choose. And to me, the way that I believe in things and spirituality and stuff, and how my path of like being spiritual has changed and shifted, I would say I'm now at a point where I understand that you can really choose whatever you want to believe in, and there's no rules about it. There's simply just you, and you just need to figure out what works for you, and the rest doesn't matter, and what other people say doesn't matter. Because if you take it from a grand scheme of things, we're all just one, and they're all just a reflection of you anyways. So if people were to judge you for believing in something, that would mean that there's a part of you that judges you for believing in it, and that's why they're mirroring back to you. So you get triggered and you have the chance to let go of this trigger. That's just literally how it is. And that's why I love it so, so, so much. Because to me, everything happens for a reason. Nothing happens out of coincidence. There are no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. Everything, like everything is connected, everything has its purpose. And it really helps you too to like go through hard times, like believing and understanding that there is a purpose for why you're experiencing those things. And yeah, that's just my take on it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm definitely gonna dive deeper into that topic in the future. So when you hear about it, stick around and follow me for more. I'm currently also working on a few more projects, so I might open up a community soon, because I really want to create a safe space for people and just connect with you guys. And yeah, I have a lot of other cool thoughts too on like creative projects that I'm working on. But yeah, I'll let you know in divine timing. And I'm happy that you were around today. And yeah, see you soon.